was gonna go to MomoCon too. That's the crazy part. Not literally, but I was gonna go. It was in my thoughts.
All weapons allowed, obviously. 8 teams in each pool, so it's going to be 4 and 4. You'll be able to play against each other to try to get your rounded out score. And the people who end up getting into the higher points will be able to move on to the top 16, into the silver, into the redemption. We kind of place those players out wherever they're going to go. And everything's going to be best of 3 for today.
Yes.
Okay, I heard the bell knocks. That means we're going to start up this match. We're going to be starting off with Rainmaker, our pre-selected maps.
Yes.
One of those teams we're going to be seeing here is 13 Days. The team I've been eyeing a little bit, right? It's going to be consisting of Snivo, Keto, Flemens, and Joe. Has a lot of results underneath them. Keto specifically has been getting second place at Proving Grounds 18, which is nothing to sneeze at.
Absolutely not. Proving Grounds was a tournament that was running for a while that was pretty prestigious. We're going to be getting into Scorch Gorge here, which is a map that is notorious for not being able to get knockouts on due to the long ramp that you have to try and push up at the end. We are seeing a heavy edit come out here, one of the common tacticaler weapons, along with that end zap. So we should be seeing plenty of fast play thanks to those tacticalers.
Already got a huge splat coming out from Keto, gonna nail to get them a very nice turn into that first checkpoint. So how this game mode works, by the way, is you want to be able to break open that first checkpoint by climbing it all the way up to the top.
Yes, and right now, neither team has quite managed that, although we are seeing 13 Days pull it off right now. 13 Days going to be looking to move forward quickly here, already getting the Rainmaker pop, but there is a crab tank and a heavy edit trying to get them out of there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, just a prank bro on the orange team, or you're going to be able to try to get these splats, play defense as much as possible, manage to catch that Rainmaker, try to stop that approach, but they need to get some splats here, and ASAP, a lot of messes going on here as we continue to throw out some bombs on top of it. Another splat coming out from Fleming, looking for a double, gets caught off guard from that, and just a prank bro is down. That is a wipeout.
13 Days doing an excellent job of keeping Just a Prank Bro locked into their base, not allowing them to move forward, and getting ridiculously close to a knockout considering this map. Still in their base, still looking to try and keep control. Keto up here looking to cause damage with that wiper, distracting so that the rest of their teammates can start moving forward. Looks like they're going to be able to try and grab the Rainmaker before it resets, thanks to Flemmy and Keto being there, and that is the KO, something you almost never see on Scorch Gorge.
At the very end, too, you saw Keto acting like the last samurai, just continuously getting splat after splat at the very end before getting that first knockout. That's going to be 13 Days, getting the first point on the board in this race to 2 to start off the tournament.
Yeah, 13 Days did such an excellent job of just locking them down into their base, and even once Just a Prank Bro had managed to grab the Rainmaker, they didn't let that Rainmaker drop, which would have taken so much time off the timer and allowed them to get that knockout even faster.
Yep, so that's going to be that first mode, Rainmaker. We got 3 other modes to be able to jump into. It looks like Splat Zone's going to be up next. And again, for those that are a little bit newer to Splatoon, Splat Zone's one of those modes that's like, think of King of the Hill, right?
Yeah.
It's just one zone. You want to paint it with all of your ink.
Sometimes it's 2 zones.
Sometimes it's 2 zones.
Sometimes it's 1 zone, though.
Yeah, Mako Mart. They call this the classic. One of the
final destination of Splatoon.
Yes, hopefully not anymore.
Well, it is still cool.
You know what, Mako Mart's always going to be here to stay. But again, it's going to be one of those guys that's pretty favored by teams in general. In general,
it is.
Teams like being able to play on splat zones just because it's just one of those zones you just run in, you try to like build up your meter, go in, take the zone, try to take the fight afterwards, and you hold the defense, you hunker down right afterwards.
Zones only is definitely a very popular tournament mode. We see zones. You will never see a tournament without zones. It's the best way to explain.
That'd be a weird tournament, man.
It would be. I'm sure there's been a gimmick tournament run like that. We'll often see them run with only zones. Macomart, you really want to play around those stacks on the right and left side of the map. Those are what you really care about controlling, especially if you have weapons like that C-Jet we saw last game or the heavy edit.
Yeah.
They're really good at taking those spaces and controlling them. This is a map we would usually expect to see some sort of slosher, which are buckets on, but neither of these teams seem to like running those.
Yeah, no buckets here today. You're going to have to go to KFC for that one. We're going to jump right into the second game. Again, what's going to happen is you're going to see some players kind of split off a little bit and just try to build up meter, putting ink down there. Keto already going for some splats here, right?
Wow.
Like, fantastic play coming out from Keto. This is going to continue on with that push. Because Samba holding back down the downgrade here. We only got 1 more left to go. Keto with another splat underneath their belt. Going to put them into a significant lead here for 13 Days.
Yeah, 13 Days is running a really fast, really aggressive comp that will allow them to move forward super quickly. C-Jet is a ridiculously flexible anchor that will allow them to move anywhere with its Mist and Rain kit also, it allows them to control a ton of space. And now we're seeing a Reflighter coming out, something we see a lot on Mako's zones to help try and cap the zone, but not quite able to there.
SC going for the Booyah Bomb just to clear out people and just displace the other team. But right now, we have less than 40 points for 13 days on that first zone. They're going to have to do something to try to reclaim this, have to build up some meter here. Unfortunately, they already got one spot down there. There's only 3 left in this part 3, and they're cleaning up shop 4. Going for another one, a big triple. Coming out for 13 days, things are not looking good for Just a Prank. Bro, it's Just a Prank, bro. You can chill. You can chill.
And it does seem like we are going to have seen a 100-0 hold, not something we see very often. What a dominant performance there out of 13 days.
Fantastic performance. 13 days going to go with that next win there in that race to 3. As far I think they're done. Are they playing another game out here? They look like they're not getting up out of the seats.
There is a world where they are up next. We don't quite know.
Okay.
That's
fine. Hey, you know what? We need another game. We need another game.
game.
13 days up 2-0 here against Just a Prank Bro. We're gonna see what things are gonna shake up here. It could be a thing where they're playing all 3 games out all together.
It does seem like we're best of.
Yes,
but you never know.
So they might be playing all 3 games just for like points, right?
It's
just
possible.
To get those points for the round robin, and they're gonna see what that next map's gonna be here for the pools. Again, every point matters when you're trying to get into the pools.
Yeah, opportunities. Winning silver is still, yeah.
Like I said, like just there's a lot of. I'm trying to play some DDR right afterwards. I'm gonna keep it on standard mode because you know I gotta protect.
Artist alley, so there's so many incredible vendors to go look at. So much incredible. There's a.
I haven't seen it.
There's also a Sanrio themed Porsche.
Is that Hello Kitty? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay, I knew that. I knew that. I see. I'm learning the ways of the culture. We're gonna jump here into game number 3. Coming up to the lineup here. Coming down to 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Oh, and we are on another classic Inkblot Tower Control, a map that we have seen time and time again since Splatoon 2. It has been in every tournament for forever. It's standard. You want to control the stacks, and then you want to move up to that upper left side and really control the upper area. It's all about height here.
Absolutely. Already got that juice down there ready to go, trying to pick it up. Gil's going to get a splat on top of that. Some more coming in, taking the tower in the process from the center. They got a 4v2. You always want to wait till you get some spots before trying to dive in there. Fantastic coverage.
Oh, wow.
Coming out from 13 days.
S-Blast has become a very popular weapon lately. It can put out a lot of damage. It has a great kit with that first bomb and Booyah Bomb that allow you to really take a ton of space and control it. Sneev is going to ride the tower here. I imagine the Splash and Zap will switch off on who is doing that quite frequently. It seems right now that Just a Prank Bro is looking to get some specials online to try and defend this checkpoint. But might not. Looks like they're not going to be able to.
Oh, another double coming out. This is starting to look a little huge. Keto playing out of their mind, showing that they have different weapons underneath their roster that they can play with. Crab tank, crab battle coming out from Flemmy, putting out the ink there in the front. There's so much pressure. Got ourselves a flank. Managed to catch it, not be able to get that spot. A little greedy coming out.
And it seems like we might be seeing another 100-0 push. The crab tank coming out to try and prevent it. The heavy edit rushing the tower, but not going to be in time. Just incredible play there out of 13 days. So aggressive, so fast, and no hesitation in the space they take.
Yeah, so again, this is a team we're keeping a pretty huge eye on for the rest of the tournament, right? 13 days was a team that we could see in top 16 later on, and that's actually the nature of Splatoon. So with Splatoon in general, a lot of the tournaments tend to be online specifically.
Yes.
It's like there's the top level, there's the mid level, there's the low level, right? And the reason we do that is because in a team-based game like this, when their skill level is even slightly off,
it changes it so much.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of 100 zeros, right? Because one of the teams is just way
more experienced usually.
Yes, they're more experienced, right? So sometimes, and especially in a live tournament at a LAN like this, a lot of the early matches are going to look like this.
But later on, especially once we're into silver bracket, especially once we're into redemption, it's going to get so tight. This tournament, by the end, will have incredibly close matches where these teams will be sweating buckets.
Yeah, and we focused on Snivo a lot for that match. That's because Homie's got a lot of tournament results underneath their belt. They've been on at least 7 teams over like so many, like the history of being able to do that. They're the flex, or the aggressive player with the wiper. So many different things they can be able to bring towards the table. And we saw the Cam getting doubles, constant triples, and being able to just finish it off with a blast. It's going to put their team into a very good spot for the next wave of pools.
It absolutely will. It will also We also really saw them using that cooler to enable Snivo to make plays like that. It allowed them to rush forward. It allowed them to take that space. Tacticooler is a special that essentially gives you really fast respawn times, ups your movement speed, ups your ink resistance, because when you're in an enemy team's ink, it drastically slows you down.
So when you're already an aggro player, it allows you just to be more aggro. Like, I want to get into your face. I'm trying to splat you before you even get the ability to recover, right? And that's the thing that happens in these games, man. Like, cause you're in the back, you're chilling. Like, I'm in this safe zone. You can't reach me. It's like,
I can't get my special.
I'm in your lane, bro. Like, I'm not letting you recuperate. I'm trying to stagger you.
We have the pencil coming out here against the heavy edit. The two main anchors we see right now. We have a 52 gal, and we have a 10. That should be a very defensive comp. Coming out of 13 days, creating a lot of space, not 13 days, sorry, go. Creating a lot of space for themselves to take. It should be very controlling, and this is Robo Roman we're on. And as you can see, you're fighting in the bowl, and there's actually a giant ramen bowl above the map.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see it up there. Too bad. Focusing on Swish, being able to jump right down to be able to avoid, Terror, using that shield from the umbrella, be able to just kind of give yourself some defensive state, like you said. Gonna be able to stop the shots. Meanwhile, 13 days here on the blue team. Getting a splat immediately by Swiss. Jumping back in, trying to play the anchor there from Snivo. Going with the long range, gonna play behind that wall so his teammates can be able to jump right behind him. Gonna have to run away from that specials.
Yeah, Pencil is a really unique anchor in how it works. It has 5 shots it shoots out. Each do about 60 damage. Whereas most chargers in this game are one-shots. So Pencil fulfills the support and anchor role ridiculously well and allows your team to have a lot of paint and aggression. And Zuka, clearly you can tell what that does. Big AoE shot around the map that kills very quickly.
Darks is playing back and forth, waiting for that third shot, but they held it. We're going for the shot, and that's going to be another one, losing that control, taking it right back. Going to add on those penalty points. Is going to add on another 50 seconds to that timer. We got some specials here ready to rock from Go. See how many they'll be able to go this. Oh no, going to be able to lose that in the process.
Yeah, 13 days managing to get those penalty points on to go is such a huge thing here. And now they're looking to come back in thanks to those tri-strikes. Just the 10th left up, and I think they're in spawn.
It's called Splatoon 3 for a reason. We got that tri-shots coming. Oh, are we sharking? Are we sharking?
Oh, but there was an ink mine.
Joe was so sneaky, right? Recognizing that the opponents did not know where they were. Went around the umbrella, but unfortunately get caught by the mines. Going to stop the entire tracks. And here comes the specials. It's a madhouse.
It absolutely is. Splatoon is a game where you need to be so on your toes and so aware of everything happening at all times. And now we have the Zipcaster out, swinging around the map, distracting the heavy edit, allowing them to claim some extra space. But that is going to be the end of 13 days push as Go is looking to move forward.
Jay looking for that next opportunity, trying to sweep by left to the right. Meanwhile, Joe gonna chill up here, look for that next opening, build up some special meters, right? Because all you need is that next push. You build up enough specials, that's gonna be 3 specials ready to rock. They're gonna need to set off one of them. Here comes the push, here comes the juice.
Oh wow, Switch using that 10th shield so wonderfully to just get in there, but Keto not caring at all, using that massive slash of the sword. The JJ using the Viper to take care of them. And this should be the KO here, unless 13 days is really able to rush it with their specials.
Ready, go. We got 5 seconds here on the board. We need to make a move. It looks like it's not looking promising. Only 2 players alive. They try for a last-ditch effort with the special. Not going to be able to get it off in time. And that's going to be Go taking away game number 1.
Go did such a good job of just knowing when to use their specials to regain control of the zone. They didn't overextend. They didn't try and make pushes that were too big for them. They just maintained their pushes and defense as well as they needed to just absolutely lock it down.
They're walking it down. I'm dancing it. So some of these songs, the soundtrack, we were talking about this earlier. Yes. The soundtrack to this game matches the game so well. And sometimes you just want to groove off to this alternate soundtrack.
Yes.
That's a word, right? We call it alternate.
Yes.
Alt music.
It's alt music, but make it squids.
Make it squids. As kids or squids. Speaking of these kids, we got Parks up here, one of the top players that was doing really well for the rest of that, coming out with him and team.
Oh, wow, 3,000 as their XP. as their X rank peak. That is ridiculously high.
That's Japanese levels.
That is Japanese levels. I think we are seeing somebody currently try to push for 5K out in Japan.
5,000. I mean, I saw it, right? Because like there's that one player that they win a game and they get 1 or 2 points.
Yeah.
They lose a game, they drop 50.
Well, now it's a minimum 10 for wins. That was an update that happened admittedly quite a while ago.
Oh, okay. I
But-
see. I see. So you know,
He
it's
has not been playing the game. Good for him.
like 30 Days struggled to like reclaim the point, but they did reclaim it at one time or another. We're gonna jump into the next game mode here. Here we go. Tower control up to Matt.
And I think this is the first time we are seeing tower control here. The goal is to move the tower across the map. Pretty simple. A little
Easy.
capture the flag out.
Yes. Okay, Swish playing around the umbrella.
Swish.
Not gonna be able to get too much out of it though. Unfortunately, get called out by Keto, who is playing out of their mind right now, getting 2 splats. It is a 2v1 right now. Has to play a little bit defensive while the teammates come back into the middle of the match. We're gonna kind of reset back to neutral.
Yeah, it's not uncommon in a Splatoon game to see the first minute just be an all-out brawl in mid with players going down on each side. A lot of trade, and now we see a trade with a special coming out. Go looking to start making a push with their heavy edit on the tower, fully aware that there is somebody over on that left side. They will also have that tacticaler we were talking about earlier to really keep this push maintained and going to clear this checkpoint.
Parks playing the Eco while Swish playing the aggro. Got that Trizuka, 2 splats in the process, trying to find another one on Joe while pushing up with the Umbrella one more time. Trying to apply some pressure towards Keto, gonna force him to have to pay attention to it, or also just get spotted in the process. Joe finding himself in a Ziggy spot, gonna use the sponge to try to get out of there. Can't find a way to be able to hold down the fort while Parks is just letting that Splatling run like a crazy madman.
JJ going in there to help their Splatling be able to back out. JJ on that Viper almost surely has quick respawn on, so they will be back up pretty quickly, whereas their heavy edit wants to stay alive, wants to keep getting their specials, so being able to enable your teammate to get out there is absolutely massive.
There comes the gigantic Booyah Bomb just to displace some people. Another splat, a little bit too close up there right as the anchor. It's a little bit tough when you're the last one alive, so maybe just wanted to try to get some splats for going right back towards the middle of the screen. Fleming gonna get out of dodge while Swish holding on to this point with the Umbrella once more.
Yeah, 28 points is actually a really solid push on this map too. Obviously, you always want to keep pushing. It keeps the momentum on your side. It keeps the objective on their side of the map. It slows them down. And they're just able to eat away at the timer right now while still trying to see if they can get some extra points on the board.
Hey, JJ getting a big splat there, gonna force them to be able to respawn there for the back of the line. JJ throwing a hammer, long shot, 3-pointer into the splat, diving into a 1v2.
Hammer got a buff pretty recently that definitely allowed that hammer throw to go even better. Pushed all the way to 12, a lot of the way through that last checkpoint. All the way halfway through it, which buys him a lot of time if 13 Days manages to find a big push here, which with Keto on that blaster is definitely possible.
Things are gonna slow down here for just a small little second, right, while we get that tower back towards the center. Here comes the action. Like I said, it's a small second. Here come all the specials. Trying to find that mark, going to low ground to high ground. Kind of a difficult match, but both players staying alive until finally Keto gets that first splat. Can't get the second one. Trey getting able to get the knockout. Good flank coming out from Flemmy.
Flemmy doing an excellent job here of going just when to go in and support their teammate, but still getting called out by Trey on that 52 gal, a 2-shot weapon, notorious for its less than ideal accuracy.
We got 3 players right now here. Accurate or not, we're going to continue pushing that tower. Try to get it towards the third. We still got that lead. Right now, 13 Days has to make a push. We got to get something going because less than 2 minutes here on the clock. Still in the Hail Mary. Flemmy just trying to get away from the war zone. That is all these specials as Go just continuously painting after paint.
Go is able to play so aggressively here in large part because of that 1052 gal Viper hub. It allows them to have so much defense while the Viper is just able to go forward, clear space. The 52 gal is getting those 2 shots, and the tent is causing chaos, as a tent loves to do.
Trying to get away from that 52 gal. JJ just laying that hammer. Rock can't get the splat on top of that, but still causing this placement, going to force them to get a way out of position, trying to break this final checkpoint. Not going to be able to do it. It's a very tough checkpoint to break.
It is. That checkpoint, if you cleared it, you might as well have knocked out. It is nearly the same thing. We are going to see 13 Days have a chance for another push here. They need to make sure they get their specials. They need to make sure they don't overextend, and they need to figure out where Swish is.
Yeah, right now, they need some paint control, right? Because there's a lot of orange on that ground. You can literally look at the map, and you'll see. Gonna get some knockout after knockout, see what the next one coming up. Tower going back towards the center. Joe hanging on to the side. being a little bit sneaky, but here comes a Tryzuka, gonna have to be able to avoid it, but getting sandwiched by both players. Really tough situation to get out of.
It absolutely is. They do manage to take out the tent, but the Booyah Bomb doesn't get off. Joe gonna be forced so far back. They have just not been able to leave their spawn for essentially the entire match.
I mean, if they're gonna do it, they gotta do it now. 15 seconds on the clock. Go keeping this tower completely defense, disallowing 30 days to be able to get anything started. They finally got one special, but that's all they've been able to do, right? Use the charge. Here comes the Booyah Bomb, gonna force them out. All the specials coming out all at once. That's 2 down, and they're not even close to that tower, as Go is gonna dominate that second game into a 2-0 lead for themselves.
Yeah, Go doing an absolutely incredible job of just, like we saw in the last game, taking 13 days all the way into their spawn and just locking them there, not allowing them any space to move, and making sure enough of their players stay up that they can continuously keep getting jumps in and just keep the pressure up.
I like how you phrase that. You lock them into the corner, right? They can't get out of there. 13 days is gonna have to lock in to try to like get towards that tower and keep pushing it towards it, because they didn't break a single checkpoint.
No, they didn't. They didn't get to move the tower. I think they maybe got 2 points.
Yes.
Which is not a lot of points.
It's better than a full knockout, but it was just, you can see like the war of attrition that was happening near the end.
Absolutely. And now I will say, since we're about to go into Clam Blitz, we might want to start the explanation ahead of time.
Okay, here's Clam Blitz. Get the clams, throw it in the hoop.
You gotta get the clams. You gotta make the big. You gotta get the clams. You gotta make the big clam.
You throw it in the hoop.
You need 8 clams to make the big clam to break the hoop to throw little clams in the hoop.
You break hoop. Who breaks hoop? I break hoop.
If you have the big clam.
If I have the big, me big clam, they big hoop.
Yeah, and then that's worth 20 points, and then the little clams are worth 3 points, and you need to get 100 points. And then you can get penalty points, so it adds even more math.
Long story short, collect the clams, turn it into a big clam, break the hoop with it, and you want to score as many points afterwards as possible. There's more to it than just,
That's Birdo? That's Birdo right there.
Birdo.
Are we doing this?
You always gotta have Birdo.
Next appearance gonna be in Mario Kart World Tour coming out 2 weeks from now, Switch 2.
Oh, so exciting.
Go ahead and pre-order now. I didn't. I missed the pre-order window.
I also did.
I'm okay with it. I'm gonna wait a bit. You know, I have a lot of friends I gotta switch to. What is this?
Oh, I think we're seeing a Twitter promo. It might have been a Blue Sky promo.
Are we advertising here on Blue Sky? Is that what's going on?
Look, Splatoon is a big Blue Sky fan.
Yeah, no, I've noticed. Blue Sky always a cool site to be able to go to for the Splatoon. It's kind of natural that they like gravitate towards that website. Because I remember there was a time we tried to do the Splatoon boards.
Yeah, we did try to go back to Squid Boards. Squid Boards was a big thing during Splatoon 1. It's how a lot of people found people. It's how a lot of people started teams back in the day.
Yes.
Back in the Skype days.
One of my close friends actually created that website.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like, because he was really big into Splatoon 1. He fell off, but like, you know, he wanted to keep that site up there, and we tried to like revive that for a bit.
Yes.
But I think social media is just kind of like the way of 2025.
Sadly, it does seem to be the case.
Hey, you know, we'll see what 2030 brings to the table.
We've got a normal umbrella coming out.
Okay, not the Tenta.
No, not often that you. Well, no, both.
Oh, they got what? Wait.
I guess you can do both.
Double Brella? Is that meta?
No. Now let's see if I remember Sorella Brella's kit, because I haven't seen one since Splatoon 2, and it's got a new kit since then.
Hey, we're playing for funsies out here. Maybe the perfect weapon for something like Clam Blitz, right? When you're trying to like charge towards the hoop.
Yes, it helps with space control. Tent helps you get up that ramp to get that power clam in. We are also back on Inkblot here. Obviously, different mode. But Inkblot back at it again, as we are just seeing an all-out brawl in mid. An absolute mess. Both teams just going back and forth as we see the first power clan go in for 13 days.
Oh, there we go. Another one going to be able to be built up. But you got to remember, if you're the first one to score, a pity clam comes right afterwards to the opponent's team because there's no clams afterwards. They might have hurt themselves, might have shot themselves.
They might have.
Yeah.
I always say, after I heard it once from a different commentator back when I was first learning about Clam Blitz, you always want to see a push of below 60 for your first push.
Yes.
And now we are seeing Go looking to get their first push going, and it seems like they might do the same thing. This is a very hard map to push on.
Yeah, it looks like the strategies right now seems to be revolving around trying to push that power clam into the hoop and not really thinking about having your backup clams afterwards right now just to like get points on the table. And because Go was the second one team to do it, they tied. They automatically get that 1 point because 13 days is in the lead technically.
Yes, 13 days is technically in the lead. One power clam changes lead, no matter who it is, so all any team needs to do for that is score. And it seems like Go is set up well to get a lot of clams in. They can get easily 30+ points here if they just manage to make it happen. And JJ using that Brella to allow them to force a lot in.
Just like that, 2 power clams going in. You don't even need the baby clams. You just, we're only, power clams only. Final destination. That's what we got going on here.
Oh, power clams. As you can tell, they're modeled after footballs, as we have 2 more power clams trying to make it over to the other side of the map. We see a Booyah Bomb coming out, allowing 13 days to make it in, and they're going back to try and get some more little ones on the board.
Right now, it's looking like they just reached a first down with said football. As Joe gonna get knocked out. Good defense coming out from Go. They only managed to get one of said power clams in. That's gonna be another pity clam going over to the side of Go, giving them a pretty big advantage. Granted, we do have a power clam built right now, and Parks is on the mark for it. Another side note, by the way, when a power clam is built, everyone on the map knows where it is. So if you're holding it, they know where you are.
Yes, it is an automatic caller to where you are. But if you have a Brella, you care about that a little less. You've got a built-in shield. Brellas are something we see more of on land due to some online latency issues that are better than they used to be, but definitely still exist.
Big clam coming out there from Go. 31 points left on the docket. Can they be able to get another one in? No, the timer's going to be able to run out. Go. Thursday is going to be able to play a little defensive to get another clam into that hoop. Can they be able to push this out? Another special coming out. Gets knocked out, and that's going to be the end of that push. 13 days stopping it in his
No, they're not.
Wait, again?
The zap snuck through with a couple little clams. That's the advantage of the little clams when the basket's open. You're not automatically visible. 13 is an incredible push on this map. It is a hard map to get in on, so once you're in, if you're able to utilize your time that well, it does likely lead to a win.
13 plus 29, that is going to be 2 power clams and a handshake to be able to try to finish off this set. Can they pull this off, or is 13 days still got some life left in them?
13 days is definitely still putting up a fight. They're finding a pick. Specials coming out, a power clam going in, another power clam at the ready, getting them down to potentially 38 here, 35, 22. They just need to get in 3 more clams.
Can they be able to push in this final clam? Anything, you're hearing the tune, there they go, they're tying up the score with 1 more clam. A singular clam for your trouble, Skeeto.
It doesn't seem like they're going to be able to get in with it, though, so they're going to make the smart choice here of keeping themselves alive to be able to get that 1 more push they need.
You still got a minute.
Yes, they need a power clam, maybe 2 power clams. We're seeing the fact that my master's degree is not in math.
In math. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to be able to master this next match as Snevo trying to stop this power clam. You see Parks trying to ready up, trying to find that next opportunity. Switch going to be able to ink them up, pave a trail for them to be able to push in there, put the power clam in. Literally 1 power clam right away from being able to finish this off. 3 clams, 1 clam, just 1 clam to finish it off. I think they're all down. Can Parks get up there in time? Trey runs in there, throws a singular clam right before getting knocked out, and that's going to be a 3-0 for Go at the very last buzzer.
13 days definitely put up a way better fight in that last game, though. They found their rhythm more. They found what they needed to do more. They used their specials to break in, but Go just had their defense on lock and had their offense even more so.
Yeah, and again, even though the scoreboard says 3-0, it was a very intense last game. Like
It
that
was.
1 point? There was a time where it could have been literally 1 point away from
could've.
victory, but you saw him jump in there, throwing that final clam just to close it all out, and then they're able to. Oh, we got some dance coming up in this. Ooh.
Oh, we're doing some arms.
That is the Woomy.
That is the Woomy. That could be the Woomy.
No, this is
think
Splatoon, not arms.
Well, that's true.
Yes.
I think that could actually be a victory emote in Splatoon 3, if I'm remembering
I
correctly.
mean, the way the arms are moving, like that
It's
is
possible.
that is a watery movement, which is very the theme of Splatoon.
It's not as popular anymore, but there is a dab in Splatoon that was in the first ever part of the game, and you can still
I
use
saw
it.
it everywhere.
Yes, it was used by top teams.
Talking about the dab emote in 2025.
Pokemon.
Right? They could get people to waste so many more hours of their life.
Yeah. So
Shiny hunting is sure something.
Speaking of Shiny Hunter, we got Shiny Hunter Zach with the notes, by the way. So we have all these notes here. This is all courtesy of Shiny Hunter.
And it's so great. It's so useful. You can see the list of when we're each on.
Yeah, right there. That's when we're on, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's
That's
super
secret
easy to
knowledge,
read.
though.
You don't need to read it.
Just know that it exists.
It's very
Thank
useful.
you, Zach. He just gave it to me. I used to make notes like this all the time. This weekend, I did not because I was on a vacation before this. But
Yes.
like in Splatoon, I never have to make notes because someone always does.
Splatoon
and they share the wealth.
Yeah, Splatoon people are very sharing. It is a very welcoming community.
Yes.
And you're somebody that does not usually commentate this game, so you can probably speak to that even better than me.
What are you talking about? Well, yeah, it's like Splatoon. When I first commentated Splatoon, it was really cool to see how welcoming.
We see new people get in and we get so excited because it's a new person for us.
Oh, a new person, yay. It wanted to come last year so bad.
It was, yeah.
Like 5:30 roof of the hotel.
You get a great view, you get a hot tub.
Speaking of a great view, finally getting a fantastic view of this next match. Finally,
we're getting
Waffle House
some
Fight Club.
metacoms.
Oh yeah, that's how you know. We're playing to win now. Yogurt versus Waffle House Fight Club. Over on the blue side, it's going to be Yogurt. Over on the yellow side, orange side, it's going to be Waffle House Fight Club.
Yeah, and we do have Green Chara on the team. Not quite sure who Green Chara is.
I'm calling them Green Chara.
They're Green Chara now. You change your name in game, that's your name forever now.
Okay, we got Splax up here with the special immediately. Not gonna be able to get too much off of it. Fusion playing a little bit of a sharking game. Gets us to fantastic shark coming out from Fusion. Gonna put them into a really good spot to try to get something going there. Unfortunately, their plan's gonna go down in the process. Storm playing the anchor, gonna allow teammates to be able to jump back into the slew of things.
Yeah, we are seeing, so what I was saying earlier with the metacoms is we have a blaster coming out, we have a slosher coming out. Both of those are more AoE style weapons that allow you to have a lot of space control. Vanilla Blaster isn't necessarily the most popular version of it, but it's very popular right now in comparison to some other points. And it's so good at controlling space, which, like I was talking about earlier, is what Splatoon 3 is all about.
Being able to dominate that control of the area. We see a giant clam coming in from Yogurt's side, and that's going to be putting a lot of points into there. Want to see what's going on over there next to the hoop. 47 points remaining, and 38 climbing even further down. Pika going down with the wiper on top of it. That's such a big push for Yogurt.
It is. Storm going in there to get a couple extra clams. Pika causing chaos, taking out Fusion. Just Pika left alive, but Pika knows how to dodge. Pika on that Viper is such a unique weapon. It has that charge slash. It's so fast. It's a very skirmish-focused weapon.
Oh, Pika getting a little bit of a blast against Bronze there from the side, coming in one more time for yet another swipe. Fusion gonna get a splat for their troubles there on the corner. We're gonna try to play a little bit stage, pick up some clams in the process. Storm's gonna back off a little bit because it is a 4v2 right now. He's gonna have to do something. Fusion a little bit up, too far ahead against that opponent, trying to clear some space for their teammates to be able to get towards the hoop. Could not make it in time.
Splash, that weapon Splat is playing, Splash, was a weapon that was inescapable for a while, and now we still see a lot of it, but we don't see 3 of it at a time. So I'm thrilled with how that balancing's gone. Overall, it's a much better balanced game than the previous two. And right now, we're kind of seeing how that plays out. Both of these teams just looking to find the space to play with pretty different comps.
Very different comps coming out here as Storm gonna hide these seeds. One more clam. Purposely holding 7, by the way, just so they don't expose their positions. They're coming up, playing a little bit of a support there as the anchor. Bronze is gonna dodge right out.
Let's put on 720.
Just gonna dodge right out there because we have a power clam in our hands. We don't want to lose this.
And there's a hammer to push with just one player left up. It seems like Yogurt's gonna start making a push here with that hammer at the ready to help them get in. And Pika might go for a flank.
You gotta remember, there is a pity clam there ready to rock. Unfortunately, we see another broken barrier coming out from Yogurt. Not gonna get too many clams out of their troubles. Oh, we see Splat getting 2 splats in the process. Not enough to be able to get that Pika trying to play defensive, and that's gonna be the end of that run. Didn't even beat out through the penalty points. On top of that, gonna get another penalty clam in the process.
And we do have that big bubbler on Fusion's blaster there that if they manage to get set up under basket will allow them to get 2 super jumps in without any hesitation or more. But they've got 2 power clams, they want 2 super jumps. As Fusion cleaned up Pika, and now they're looking to move forward with that big bubbler. Like I was talking about, this should be some big points on the board.
Flag coming down yet again, has a special radar lock. Balloon jumps right into the bubble saying, I'm in your territory, what up? Let's get a fight going here. As Balloon gonna jump into the fray, stops that push in its tracks. Got 20 power clams, 2 power clams thrown into that hoop to put a little bit of a modest score there for Waffle House Fight Club.
Yeah, and with a minute left, anything can happen. Clamblitz and Rainmaker are especially modes that you can never count your clams until it's over. There is always a chance for a knockout. There is always a chance for some chaos. And Fusion's definitely a player with enough experience along with the rest of that team to make something happen.
Yeah, definitely trying to do it too. We got the the juice ready to rock here. Is going to get some
Gotta have some soda.
Get some soda, some energy drink in our system. Be able to play a little bit more aggressive. But as again, we're looking at this map right now. Yogurt is dominating Waffle House Fight Club is dominating the stage control. It's going to give them an opportunity to try to get some big pushes. Bronze playing the anchor. Allows teammates to jump. It gets a splat for their troubles. On top of that, this is huge. A 4v2 situation. This is the time to go, but they don't got any clams. Their economy is kind of low.
Pika got a flank off, took out 2. Now looking to find Fusion. Got jumps into mid. Fusion does hit that direct, but they've lost mid. They don't have clams, but Fusion could just turn this around. Fusion is absolutely dominating right now. Now gonna have to back off because of that crab tank, but overtime in Clam Blitz is quite long. If they can just get a power clam made, Bronze does get taken out, but there will be time to recover from that.
Yeah, but we gotta get that power clam.
We just don't. Oh, they have a pity. They're safe.
They have a pity to be able to force it into overtime, but they need more than just one pity. You gotta be able to get something going for them. Getting that next clam, see if Storm will be able to find their troubles. They also have a power clam themselves. Whoever gets that next 2 will put themselves in a very nice spot. Fusion paving the way right now, comes super deep, misses their shot, but still enough to be able to play distraction to get some clams back in there. That is 2 players down on the side, 1 player left alive. Who is it? It's gonna be Chara.
It's Green Chara.
Trying to find their next emote, trying to get that cooldown back, and we're staying alive the entire time.
Not gonna be
Picks up some clams. Can we get there in time? Not in time. Get splat down. That's Yogurt shutting down any form of comeback mechanic coming out from Waffle House Fight Club for the first game of this set.
But this seems like it'll be a much closer set than the last couple we saw, which makes sense. We're getting to the end of this pool. It makes sense that we're going to be getting a lot closer games. I would have guessed coming into this that these teams would be pretty even, and I feel very confident in that assessment now. Absolutely a very close set coming here. Fusion and Pika, everyone on both of these teams pretty much, has been around for forever. I think Pika might have been around since Splatoon 1.
You're trying to call them old?
No, I'm just saying they've been around.
They've been around the block?
They've been around the block in Splatoon.
Been around the block in Splatoon. All these career players with their canes coming out to Splatoon 3. See what we can bring for the table here for game number 2. Again, we've seen a lot of 3-0s here today, but if there's a set that can finally like break that curse, I think it might be this one.
It definitely could be. It could also just end up being a very close 3-0. There's always a chance, but maybe the third game will be more than just might actually get to be a tiebreaker here and not just some extra points to keep in mind.
It's like when you go like report your score to the TO, like, yeah, it was a 3-0. It was close. It was close though. It was close though. The TO does not care.
The TO will never care about that.
The TO doesn't even care about the score sometimes. They're just like, just give me who won.
Who won? That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
We do need to make sure recon mode goes away.
Points do matter.
There we go.
Points do matter for pools.
And now we're going to be getting into a mode that we haven't seen in a minute now. We're going to go back to Rainmaker.
Okay.
Always exciting. Scorch Gorge. Always a fun one. Always a fan for me.
Okay. Because it's not that bad.
Not often used through the grates on the left side. So it should be very interesting to get into here, as players seem to be feeling ready to get into it.
That ready button, Green
Chara, you gotta hit that ready button.
Be waiting over here. Oh, okay, no, but now they're not ready.
Yeah, but that can also be a tactic to help cool down the other team and be part of the mental game.
It's a mind game.
Good mental, and it's never that easy.
Especially in the team-based game, mental is everything. Just like this match is going to decide everything for the rest of this set, right? Going over to Scorch Gorge, Rainmaker. For those that don't remember, Rainmaker is that game mode where you just got to push the gold little saucer, I like to call it, the goldfish.
The fish.
The fish. You got to push it all the way to the other person's.
You have to clear a checkpoint now, which wasn't the case in the other
right,
games.
because now you can't just win off the rip.
You can't just have a 30-second game anymore, which is great, and how it probably should have been. Fusion trying to go in and make something work there, not quite able to. Splat looking to move forward. That wall is not inkable, so not able to quite get in yet, but playing patiently, playing smart, and allowing the rest of Yogurt time to catch up to them and help them get in. As we are seeing cooler out for both sides, so we are going to be seeing a lot of aggression coming out.
See, Storm going to be the natural selector for that Rainmaker, right? You always want to, if you can, you want to give it to your anchor.
Yes.
Dive it back in there. We break that first checkpoint.
Don't break it.
Oh, look, I saw the dunk, so I just assumed it was going to get it broken.
Yeah, you can pretty much cancel the dunk until the last possible second to torment the other team you're playing against.
And it's a terrible feeling.
Yes, and it seems like Waffle House is now going to have their chance to push. Green Chara carrying that Rainmaker, getting some paint down in front of them. looking to start moving forward, but there's a flank coming out from Pika who takes out Fusion. Zuka coming out, gonna put a lot of pressure on the Rainmaker, and they can't move forward here.
Gonna be able to knock out Green Chara in the process. Oh no, Fusion, you went out too deep!
No, they got bumped off by the Rainmaker shield. The Rainmaker shield has a hitbox that will push you off the map.
That's how
I also want to point out the weapon Balloon's playing here. It's not one we see very often. It's the Rapid Deco.
Oh.
The Rapid Blaster Deco. It has that torpedo and inkjet. It's definitely a really unique weapon with a super interesting kit that kind of plays very differently than the blaster we see Fusion on. But they're both spacing-based weapons.
Oh, Pika got a little too over-aggressive there with the mallet. That's it, I'm getting me mallet, and just didn't do anything with it. Pincher over here on the edge, gonna let that 52 cal just rock the special. Again, coming out, trying to catch some people with it, just displace some people. Fusion's got the next Rainmaker. Can we get that goldfish into the checkpoint?
Seems like it.
Slam Dunkaroo, gonna be able to tie up the score here.
That's a big checkpoint to clear. That is not nothing. Having a checkpoint lead is always huge in Splatoon, and we should be seeing them trying to get a couple more points on the board here with how many jumps they just got in, but no specials online to work with. Storm versus Bronze. Bronze taking it there. Green Chara looking to take out the inkjet with Bazooka, it seems. A couple more Rainmaker points on the board. 55, getting past that elbow gives them a little bit more security to work with.
Be able to knock that down, take back the Rainmaker, and try to push it back over to the other side, because you got to remember, Yogurt actually never broke that first checkpoint, so they're still a little behind here. Not only do they have to break it, they have to pick it up again, and then push it forward to be able to take that lead.
Absolutely. And you seems like Yogurt's going to be able to, getting the delayed wipe onto Waffle House Fight Club. Storm looking to pop this Rainmaker barrier and should just be able to run forward as the map's already painted for him. That's lead switch. Getting all the way to the ramp, not managing to get up it, but getting to the ramp is huge for this map. That is an incredible push that they seem like they might be able to continue. Getting all the way to night. That's a wipeout. They're going to keep this going. They might be able to KO here.
Trying with all their might. Balloon diving in one more time. Gets splat in the process. Some trades happening back and forth. Green Chara throwing out some mines in the process, trying to just keep their opponents there at bay. Gonna force Yogurt to be able to kind of back up a little bit, get their specials ready to go, get the soda, and get back into the fray. And they know what's going on. They're backing up slowly.
Yes. Waffle House using that bubbler in a way I have not seen before to allow Bronze to just not need to worry about getting picked off, allowing the Rainmaker to just stall for a little extra time, find some extra time to start moving forward to keep it from resetting, and just eating time. They do get taken down, but they brought the Rainmaker back to mid, significantly slowing down Yogurt there.
Green Chara gonna blow up that Rainmaker one more time.
Hold on.
Significant eating time. They do get taken
Shit, I'm so irritated.
down, but they brought the Rainmaker back to mid, significantly slowing down Yogurt there.
Chara gonna blow up that Rainmaker one more time. Gonna allow Bronze to be able to dive in to pick it up right afterwards, leaving a trail for them. Pika gonna stop it in its tracks though, trying to cover both centers. Sees an opportunity to be able to try to catch someone landing down, but they have 3 players on top of it to be able to defend that lowering of the player. That's a splat on Fusion. Rainmaker reset back towards the center. We are going back to neutral with 40 seconds on the clock.
And in Rainmaker, it is always possible, especially with a checkpoint cleared, for a wild, massive push to happen. It's still possible for a knockout to happen. Bronze looking to move forward here, helping their teammates with that tacticooler, clearing space, allowing them to start trying to break in, but not able to. They were coolered though, so they'll be right back.
Oh, they're trying to surround Bronze, but good teamwork coming out from Pincher. Going to go for that pinch right against them. Has the splats going over, back it up a little bit, trying to create some space for ourselves. We're running out of time. If Waffle House Fight Club's got a game plan, they gotta initiate it now.
And they're 2 down.
Yeah, this is really tough. It's broken. Fusion has it. It's in hand. You have to stay alive.
Okay.
That's 2. Hold on a second. Fusion going up for another potential opportunity. 4v3. Has the mines. Going to go back into the thick of things. Bronze going for a potential flank there on the left side. Green Chara going towards the right. Fusion stays in the back and just tries to stay alive for as long as possible. Hides in the back. That's going to be another spot there. 3v3 opportunity. Balloon going down. Only 2 players left for Yogurt. As Fusion is holding on to the Rainmaker for as long as possible.
Yeah, they need to move forward quickly though. They are taking down on that Rainmaker timer. Drop's going to come in from that left side from Yogurt. But Fusion noticing that keeping the shots there. They need to get pretty much all the way up that ramp, though, and that is not an easy thing to do without any specials online.
Waffle House is holding us down for as long as possible. Fusion staying alive, living the dream as they're all going in there. Pincher goes down. This is going to be huge.
The hammer.
There gets called out by the mallet, throwing it up from the top floor. Catches Fusion at the very last second and brings the score to a 2-0 in a nail biter of a set.
Waffle House Fight Club definitely going to be wanting to.
Damn.
I was getting up there, you know?
Yeah, you were.
I was getting warmer.
You were. We've actually got a pencil coming out here, and we are on Mahi Mahi zones. This is an interesting one because the water level will change as we play the map, as the points tick away.
Oh.
Creating a lot of openings and space that aren't there at the start. At the start, you're playing on a postage stamp, essentially.
Yes, this is one of my favorite maps, actually. I love playing on this map just because it's so chaotic what comes out of it. And at the gate, we're going to see Yogurt take away
Yogurt's looking confident there.
Yeah, they're looking like Greek yogurt. You know, they got that nice
protein.
They got that protein. Give me that healthy snack.
Yeah, Pika doing a great job there of dodging in, surviving, causing a little, being a nuisance, getting out as the S-Blast balloon pokes in from below. Oh, just Fusion left up in their spawn, and there's the water level dropping.
There it is. You hear the sound too, because right now it's already 50 seconds left to go. This could be a really fast game if you blink.
See, and you say seconds. These are actually even faster than seconds. You have to call it. It's ridiculously short. As Pika's hammer, oh, that's brutal.
When everybody says seconds, I'm talking about the Splatoon time zone. You know? Splatoon time zone, guy, remember, it's a little bit different. As Waffle House Fight Club going to come in, reset that middle part of the zone, put some big penalty points onto Yogurt's side, and try to put their fight into the game.
Yes, we are going to see Yogurt looking to break back in using specials. Splat trying to take out Fusion, able to. Balloon taking advantage of that cooler to play ridiculously aggressively, taking a delayed wipe as we're seeing Yogurt just dominantly break back in, ignoring the hold that Waffle House had at all.
Wow. There's a smooth walk in.
Ron's chilling here, back in the background. Chara coming up for some more potential shots. Just trying to get some pain out there, both on the left side and the right side.
Yeah. And we're seeing them looking to get specials, looking to get in. You get specials in Splatoon by painting the ground. I don't know if we ever mentioned that, but that's how you get your special. It's not off kicks, it's not off time. You paint that ground.
You paint it and you like it.
Yes. And right now we're seeing Yogurt almost through their penalty points, but Waffle House doing everything they can to prevent that. Not going to be able to, as that's an amazing hammer throw from Pika.
Yogurt coming down, gets caught off guard. Got the big flank coming out from Pincher. Only 15 points left to go here from Yogurt. Looking very strong. They managed to get 2 for their trouble. Gonna be able to paint the zone. Chara of the green variety gonna come up and get some big damage for their team.
That is zone going back to Waffle House Fight Club. Definitely still a situation where they could turn it around and win this game. We do have Zuka online. Wouldn't be surprised to see it pop somewhat soon. I imagine that Fusion's looking to get that big bubbler on zone to help them get a few more ticks on the timer, or all the way up here to get a little more control. Not going to be able to, but that's just the pencil left up for Yogurt. Huge opportunity here for Waffle House Fight Club.
Bronze coming back up to the top pillar of things. Gonna have to avoid that special in the process. Meanwhile, Pika looking for potential sneaky flank, right? Has the opportunity, catches it against Green Char. Gonna be able to go back in towards the center stage. It's gonna be a huge pick for them because they're gonna be able to regain control at the penalty points and try to keep that zone up while their teammates revive back into things. Plus has the soda for their troubles.
Yeah, Fusion doing an excellent job of surviving there. Luna does eventually get the cleanup, but it allowed Pika to get picked off, Balloon to get picked off, which is absolutely huge. Splat jumping out there, taking advantage of the very quick super jumps from Tacticooler.
Green Char gonna be able to shoot down some of these projectiles in the process. Looking for the next opportunity to try to get some more high ground here against the likes of Yogurt. Again, throwing out all their specials, gonna force them to be able to derail, have to get out of dodge, be able to recuperate, but unfortunately Splash is gonna be able to catch that out.
Yeah, Splat looking to move forward here on the pencil. Bronze having to back so far off. I will say right now, Waffle House Fight Club is doing a great job of getting back in. They just can't find the holds they need.
That's like super important to be able to get right. Just be able to just keep those holds away from their team, right? Just not allowing them to get any sort of foothold.
Yeah, not allowing them to gain any space, not allowing them to get set up enough to have their specials in the spots you want them. Because with specials like Big Bubbler or Whale or Booyah Bomb, where you are really does matter. Fusion avoiding that whale,
Like, they
managing
really
to
cannot
stay
afford
alive,
to
looking to try and get the direct on Balloon, but Balloon getting it first.
That was a struggle,
hits.
right? A lot of those shots in Fusion being able to get caught on the soda. That's another splat coming out, and that is going to be the game. Yogurt claiming another victory for their troubles. 3-0 and a handshake.
Wow.
Coming out in the first round of pools. Congratulations to Yogurt, putting on quite the show for us here today, but also Waffle House Fight Club for, you know, hanging in there and trying to get something going. I'm sure we're going to see them later on the
And they
round.
put up a great fight throughout that.
Fantastic
They
fight.
kept finding ways to get back in. They just couldn't find a way to hold the space. And admittedly, their comp isn't the easiest to do that with, especially against weapons like S-Blast and Wiper. And S-Blast is like one of the most meta weapons right now. It's so good at area control. It has such an amazing kit for spread damage comps, like the Wiper, like the Pencil, like things like that.
So many. I mean, that's the nature of this game. As the game, you know, continuously gets updated, we get more and more weapons, and eventually, you know, if I was a betting man, a sequel will come down the line eventually, and like it continues to add on to that game. And
Admittedly,
that's like,
compared to Splatoon 2, we haven't had Splatoon 3 very long.
yeah, the Splatoon 3 is still relatively new. Like it came out what, 2022?
Yes, it came out like the day before Riptide 2022.
I remember.
And then it got run anyway because Splatoon players are nothing if not stubborn.
All I'm gonna say, I had the ability to cast the final set of
You
Splatoon.
did.
That was really cool. So I was very happy to be able to do that. But guys, that is the first round of pools for Splatoon 3 here at MomoCon 2025. I had a blast.
I had an amazing time. Can't wait to do more later on.
Yeah, I mean, guys, that's literally just the first block of the thing.
So much more. We got so much.
So much. There's so much here, right? And this is only day 1 of 2 for everything that's going on. We got tons more action coming up later today. A lot more of the matches coming up on Saturday, but I think that's gonna do it for us, Nox.
I think it will for today.
Yeah. So guys, thank you guys so much. But again, more matches coming up soon. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back more with some Splatoon 3 at MomoCon.
And remember that all sound is vibration.
waiting for this.
company we must discuss.
Meet again, Commander. If I didn't know better, I think you're a hunter and not a prep. Actually, I'm looking for your heart. The Marshal is also a creature. He avoids the attention of others, but not mine. You'll find him near the airship docks. Thank you, Saye. May your steps be with us.
Coyote, Force, where are we? The supplies for the hub. There's a point coming to them.
Look at my frames are so fucking low. Where the music? Don't play in my face.
Hear that cheering, Commander? Savor it. Today, the Pact has triumphed, and my wild hunt is finally at an end. Praise the pale tree. I fear you still have great and terrible things to do. To kill Zaitan. Not long ago, I would have thought it impossible.
Cleansing all seemed impossible, but we did it. With allies like ours, ridding the world of Zaitan will be tough, but not impossible.
Well said. And you can rely on those allies to stand by you to the very end. My wild hunt may be over, but the coalition we've built will fight on. I hereby pledge the entire Pact and all its resources to your task. By the Mother Tree and all who have made the ultimate sacrifice, Zaitan will fall.
Thank you, Marshal. When Zaitan falls, we'll all be there to see it. Then the celebration can truly begin.
hit me another minute. Unless they're gonna... Ow! Really? There's so much. What is happening? Excuse me.
We fight because we must.
Once glorious capital war, you can tell it's been through the ringer twice, can't you? First the vizier sinks it, then Zaitan urges it back in. Not the kind of place you want to settle in. Got no shit. Everybody we fought, every life we've lost. It's all been ridiculous. Whereas Zaitan states and all that free again. Yeah, bro. Stuff I can't use, that's sick, I love that. I can't do stuff I can't use.
You rarely see these days.
May Balthazar strengthen you.
Yeah, you have the same shit.
Your duty lies at my side now.
You summoned my necro.
Your duty lies at my side.
How was that? You summoned my shit. Oh my god, what's happening? Well, we did reunite most of Destiny's bad, but those aren't trying to keep people. Who's messing? Hopefully we overcome our anger here and come along. Yeah, no problem.
Well, we've done some scouting. It is no walk in the park.
Even with the 4 of us to help, it will be a difficult battle.
As always, Selvari, your intent is good, but your math skills are subpar.
Zoja, you've come to help?
You think I'd let you go fight an elder dragon without a proper genius?
Zoja, I need you to know something.
I know. You blame yourself for Snap's death. I blamed you for many years myself. But I blame myself if you went in and failed, and I could have helped. Snap would have wanted me here.
Thank you.
You were saying, Keith.
Aral was once the city of the human gods. Even after the deities quit this sphere, it remained a golden, shining place. Until the folly of man sank it beneath the waves. Yet worse was still to come.
This moment cannot be taken seriously.
The Elder Dragon awoke and pulled ore from its watery grave and raised hordes of undead minions from the twisted wreckage. Now Zaitan's minions infest this place. We must rise above them if we hope to confront the Elder Dragon.
We'll need every airship if we're going to succeed in this mission. We must salvage enough power cores to get this one up and into combat. If Tyria is to have any hope, we must finish what we started. We must destroy Zaitan.
And with your help, we will.
One more thing. We have to thank you for bringing us back together.
I don't know what I've done.
You have led, by word and by deed. Without your example, we would never have reunited. I tried to force them. I was wrong. You have restored us.
Are we going to get started? Or just chat Zaitan to death?
Don't be annoying. Guild Wars 2, great. I'm literally just playing the story. That's what I like. Not a lot to go, but like I have enough to go where it's not like tedious because I already played it a little bit. This nigga so big. The music stopped? I think it did. Sweet. Or it breaks again. I love YouTube. It's awesome.
This couldn't happen again. This is that one.
Oh, that's nice.
Someone has to stay behind to release the airship.
I'll do it.
No, Logan, we can't split up. Not this time.
Long ago, I failed all of you. I left you behind to fight. Now you need to leave me behind so you can carry the fight forward.
You don't have to do this.
Yes, I do. For all of you, and for myself.
Fine.
Y'all be sacrificing yourselves way too fucking easily. I feel
I'll
like we can have
pound
those
you into the
instances and
mists.
just you dying for free. Like, what are you doing? Let's do it together.
You have to stay behind for all our sakes.
I also feel like this music is still too loud.
We can't lose him. Not after coming back together.
We've lost him again.
Because it's true. Inside of us, we both know you belong with Victor. You're part of his work, the thing that keeps him going. If that plane leaves the ground and you're not with him, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
But what about us?
We'll always have past. We didn't have, we lost it until you came to Casablanca. We got it back by this time.
But we've sighted gigantic minions inside here. Battle station.
You never will.
I'm taking this ship in. Get ready.
Wait, I don't know. So they just like jumped the moves, cannons and shit. Hated this. This shit was not fun. What's that? What's that? Oh my god. So ass, I hate it. What the fuck is that?
Commander, you've made it! We need your help. We're landing troops in Ara and engaging Zaitan's minions. Our transports and troops are getting shelled by enemy emplacements. We need someone to help clear a safe landing zone.
so fucking annoying. And I know my mic picked up every single piece of that. Big nigga. Oh. Hold on.
Insects. You've chosen a terrible time to be heroes. Stagger them with the power of the dragon.
Oh, I like how the helicopter just floating. I'm not even animated for it. It's just like... shit. Okay.
Stagger them with the power of the dragon.
Your thing. Yeah. There you go.
Everything is ready for this dragon. Surrender. Seek your
I can't believe I had a hard time with that the first time. Oh my god, this shit was so ass. Please don't do this to me. gonna stop fucking moving? Faith, you're no fucking help. I don't know why you're out here, bro. That's so whack. I can't like nothing. This guy looks a pain in the ass. I don't know if it's gonna stop moving. You gonna stop? You gonna rest? anytime. Literally anytime, bro. Please. Weak sauce ass shit, bro.
Another ship coming in, and it's a huge one. Comes alongside. Get aboard. Abandoned ship. Get to the larger vessel.
Everyone onto the other ship!
Come on, you laggards! We don't have all day.
Logan, you're alive!
You think I was going to let you go up against Zaitan alone?
I guess.
Logan, I'm delighted to see you're well. I thought.
I know. I got out by the skin of my teeth and hopped a lift with this ship. It's a new design.
Impressive. I think this is just what we need to take down a dragon.
Everyone to your battle stations. We're going in.
You miss me?
I don't even know you like that too much, big dog. I'm gonna be real with you.
It's good to speak with you.
I'm delighted to have Logan back to increase battle life ahead. This has to be a good sign. Let me stop this disaster. Logan has always managed to surprise me. It never so pleasant. This really was a pleasant surprise. Oh, that's it. Okay. I thought we were about to do something. Hold on for what? Let me drop it. There it is. Damn, I want a snack.
Stand aside. I have this.
Excuse me, this is a least cool tripartite Thaumachium engine.
Uh-huh. With a lead trace
like a dragon Cthulhu, bro. He's so fucking sick. And then he has like Hydra heads coming out of his mouth. Like it's so cool. Hey. We might have better water rate. He looks so cool.
Elder Dragon is no more.
We have succeeded, but only by coming together to fight a greater foe. We have shown... We and all of Tyria.
Let's make them better. Ow, I'm dying. Ow, I'm dying. Let me leave. What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, it's so bad. Get me out. Get me out. That audio bug is so bad. I can't believe this haven't fixed up. I think there's one or two more things to do before like the actual main quest is finished, I'm pretty sure. And I can start doing the was it Living Season 1? Which is like when it actually starts to become hard for like main story shit. Oh, is there a ooh, hold on. Or is it already over? It says it's already dead. It's not. Someone lied. Oh, okay, sweet. Oh, there's so much happening on the screen before the dropping already. This is so funny. Holy shit, I can't see anything on the screen. This is so funny. Everything's happening on the screen, I can't see a damn thing. That's how unfortunate, dude. We're still doing it, don't care. Want whatever y'all got. Ow, I'm stuck. What the fuck? What am I hitting? Like... Oh my god, it's so bad. I might have to actually leave. This is so bad. can't wait to get a new graphics card, bro. I'm literally just doing this because I'm hard-headed. I don't have to do this at all. Oh my god. That felt like pulling teeth. How is it? Oh, it's a board. Okay. I picked all the stuff, bro. All the stuff. Objective, I guess. It's probably from a weekly. Oh. Oh, daily? Damn, okay. Down dead. I should have ate some food for that. At least it would done something else, I guess. Or... I shouldn't even have done that. Oh my god. loading screen. You can do it. I believe you.
Victory at last. With Zaitan defeated, the corruption it wrought can be undone. The dragon's undead minions that still infest Tyria will now gradually be exterminated. One day soon, that plague will be but a memory.
Courage, skill, and friendship brought the dragon low. Let this day never be forgotten.
A victory that all Tyria can share.
This is not an ending. There are other dragons out there. Other battles.
You shambling fuzzball. Can't you just be happy?
I was being happy.
Will you return to your queen now, Logan?
No. Not until I know that Kryt is safe.
Meaning he's up for more fighting.
motorcycle.
See? Logan's happy too.
Snaf would be proud of us. Especially of you, Zoja.
Proud that we didn't screw up and plant our faces in the mud again, you mean? Well, I guess he would, at that.
So, who's next? Jormad, Primordus, Krokotoric?
That's a crazy name.
As dawn scatters shadows, so we will destroy them all. We could not have done this without you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You can count on me.
Good, because Air is right. The rest of the dragons are still out there, waiting.
Oh, hell yeah. Box O fun. What are we doing? Use. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Using fucking fireworks and shit. Completely unregulated. Dancing spirit. Not the dancing emote. Stop this. I didn't even see that. He's fine. Fucking yeah. This poorly designed ship.
Hiding from the crowds, Traherne. That won't do. The world needs to see the Pact Marshal celebrating.
Not hiding, my friend. Thinking. Completing my wild hunt lifted a weight from me, but Zaitan is still a terrible threat. Now that threat is truly gone, it feels like the sun has finally emerged after a cold, endless night. I can't help but wonder, what's next? Now that we've formed this unstoppable alliance and tempered it in battle, where do we take it?
To the next challenge, the next victory. There are more Elder Dragons to confront, and now we know how. We know they can be defeated. First, we celebrate. We won, Marshal. It would be a crime not to stop and appreciate that. Come on. There's an army of people and an ocean of libations waiting. All of Tyria deserves to share this triumph, including you. Join us!
The world owes you a great debt, Commander. As long as I am Marshal of the Pact, I will see that debt honored.
Why can't I just like climb this? I have to jump.
My only regret is that I was not there to see Zaitan fall. I shall look
Which is crazy because you really could just like been there.
their triumph. Congratulations. You've earned the right to set burdens for
We have done it.
Zaitan's defeat has saved many lives. More importantly, it has restored hope to a desperate world. The dragons are not stars in the sky. They can be counted. They can be fought. One day, we will kill the last of them. Only then will Tyria be safe. This is a new beginning for Orr, and for Tyria. A clear sky after a long storm. This is a dawn that Tyria shall never forget. This day is ours.
I really need them to go back and like patch the early game for like bugs and shit, because like it's so obvious that they just like let this shit happen, and then as soon as they were as further they got for updating, they just like forgot basically. Like it's so obvious. Ooh, what's that? Is that a backpack? Mentor's kit. Gives it a look. Ouch. That's the mask I have now is still better. That's a cool ass skin though. Now season 1 starts, okay. Optional, visit refugee camp, Citadel. Here, walk over their heads. The Dredgen, Wayfarer, Foothills, and the Flame Legion and Disney and Plateau have joined forces to create the Molten Alliance. Together, they are assaulting the lands north of Holbrook and the Black Citadel. Our friends have been overwhelmed by the refugees seeking aid in their cities. I would gladly lend them assistance, but matters in the grove demand my attention. I would like you to head to the Imperator's Core and the Black Citadel. The city's tribunes have assembled a defense quorum. Check in with the quorum and let them know you're here to help. You're there to help. I'm sure what they need the most is volunteers to call their attackers, but Rightlock may have more to add if you speak to him. Simply, good luck. Show me, even though I know where I'm going. There you go. Okay. I want to see what that mask looks like.
That's valuable.
Ooh, I don't know. It's not gonna be as good as what I have now. I guess I'll take the handgun. Yeah, it's not even that good. My current gun's better. And serious? What do you mean? Like, what? Let's give it. How am I getting level 18 bullshit, bro? What's this about? Who cares? That's not good either. Express. Although I do need a new dagger. Because I think I can get a better one. Die. That's it. Man, okay. I do want to see what this mask looks like, though, at least. Oh wait, I need those skins. Oh my god. Oh, that's tough. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I don't even know why I still have this pistol. This pistol is... What the fuck is this? I do not need this. Can I just get rid of this? Ah, that's all. Because I was just scrapping. $30. I want a snack, low-key. I'm hungry. Why did it bring me here? I thought I was going somewhere else for it. Okay. Whatever. Okay, I want to solve some shit. Gold for something that I don't even fucking need. That's so funny. I'll hit it. This is not worth 6 gold, bro. That just want more money. Like, come on, dude. Oh, I can sell this too. Yo, lemongrass? Where did I get this? I didn't even realize I picked that. That's crazy. I wanna see. I think I can get a better dagger. I don't think I don't know. Because there's gonna be to a point later on in the game where I need to make sure to better stuff. There's still kids outside? It's almost 1. It's 12:30. Alright, now y'all playing. Oh no, this is insane. It's a lot of damage. Damn, that's crazy. I'll go this way. Oh, never mind. Oh, I didn't even get my fucking money. Thank you. Oh, I didn't get this hero point? What? I needed like 10 hours yesterday. You know what? I think the max I've ever done is like 5. For this game.
Its own skill and a little luck.
close as possible. Who plays WoW for 16 hours straight? Jesus. You niggas are not normal. Which one the fucking one? That's gonna spit me out from those. But it is behind me. Oh, that is right there. Well, I'm embarrassed.
Smoke still lies outside the Black Citadel on land we took back from the humans. It's our base of operations for further expansion into this region. We're pressing east and north, facing resistance from the Flame Legion and an infestation of Ascalonian ghosts. The legions need every soldier to do his or her part.
He gave me 6 side quests early as fuck. It's crazy. Also, I knew I wasn't fucking tripping about my frame rate being shit because of the update recently. Okay, I'm glad to have validation. I really thought I was losing my shit. I got it. I agree. Whatever. It's loading. Let me in. Load in midair, man. Come on. Is it a valuable piece of equipment? I don't think it is. I'm not sure about swapping the headgear though. Admittedly, even though it's not that much better.
No discounts.
What's this? Plastic master collection.
I'm selling. You buying?
Wait, I can put the like whatever like material storage. Yeah. Sweet. Perfect material too. Like most of the black gold.
No discounts.
Oh, my bad. I know that's wrong.
Farewell.
You break it, I break
Stick
you.
of mystery meat. No thanks. It's like a little surprise.
You buying or selling?
What are you buying?
I'll see you around.
Wait, where's the refugee camp? I actually want to do that before I duck and fails. Where are you?
Keep your voice down.
Unlock the ability to become a commander?
Farewell. Don't worry. Your primates will teach you how to look mean like that too.
How come I can't be a farmer like you, Mother?
You may be, my boy. You'll discover your talents at the Ferrara, and then we'll see.
Hey, you want mine to get even worse? Huh?
Father's very proud. He had work to do. We'll see what it is.
It doesn't. Oh. It probably shows me after the fact, whatever. I feel like I should be showing me both locations. Why is this song playing? Like I don't hear the song enough on WWE already. Citadel always has like the worst frame rates of all time. There's so much happening.
I've got what you need.
You actually don't, because I have all this shit. It's crazy. Oh, I'm blind. This is the what conversation? It's on fucking air.
Talk about that later. I've got a mission for you. You're aware of the refugee situation.
Yes, Tribune. I heard the Flame Legion have been mobilizing in northern Diesa Plateau.
You heard right. They're mucking with our assets. It's sick. I need you to secure that hatchery we discussed. You think you can handle that?
Yes, Tribune. I'll leave right away.
Good. Take any support you can find. You're likely to need it.
Yes, Tribune.
Take any support you can find.
The Molten Alliance is indefensible, attacking a hatchery of baby devourers, desperation and cowardice. I heard you speaking with Brimstone this sport. I could use an extra sword. I can't read. The hatchery is north of the town in Nolan and Diesa Plateau. I'll meet you there. Bring any friends who want to come too. My name's Rox. What's yours? How do I get there? Head out the northern gate of the Black Citadel into Diesa Plateau. That's Nolan. Just go northwest of town and you'll find the hatchery. You can't miss it. Good to see you, Commander. Unfortunately, this is a private defense plan. They'll let you mingle, but smokers not taking tips on crisis handling. Any new info about the situation? Go ahead and chat up the tribunal for those intel. The short version, the Flame Legion is up to something. They're working with the dredge and there's no point in hammering them back down. Not gonna help. We got some fresh metal in the fire for taking real action. Meet me in my office once you've had your fill of the tribunal. Wasted enough listen to smolder trigger. Oh, right here. Bro, the way this shit is designed is so ass.
Have to send troops. My friends, my home. We're losing everything. People are dying.
Who do you think you are, barging into my office like this?
My people are hunters. They don't know how to fight an army.
True, but that doesn't make me your keeper. You're in the wrong place. Go talk to Newt Whitebear. I'm up to my eyeballs in refugees.
I'm Heir's son. I heard.
Heir has no son. Get out of my office. Now!
Oh shit, wait, come here. Hey bro, hey bro, hey bro, hey bro. I was about to actually leave. I'm so mad I can't show my anger, not here. I need to head back to Hobart to see if I can convince Whitebear to send reinforcements to Cragston. Don't support you like to come, suppose you like to come. And why didn't Brimstone help you? We'll have to talk to him and find out. I'm not asking him to go himself, just to send some troops. So be it. I'll speak with Newt Whitebear in Hobart. He's a wise man. He'll listen to reason. Why did you go there first? Let's just say I have to go through my past there that I try to avoid. My mother, to be specific. It never ends well when she and I are the same girl. I barely know her anyway. I have my own ghosts. Graham Ayrson. You probably heard from my mother. She's a famous hero, a member of Destiny's Edge. Heirs to golf. I'm not bragging, mind you. I take after my father. Okay. Now that we're out of the stuffy command core, let's talk about the DS's crisis. Why did you drink more? Oh, 2 reasons. First, we got a hands full. I can't spare a single soldier for the North while we're dying. This Molten Alliance is burning our assets. Second, I lie about him. He said that he's heirs to Gaiken's son. I've known her for years, and she mentioned that she had any kids. She would have mentioned she had any kids. You underestimate our relationship. English need, kids that need help. Good, because I can eat all the help I can get. They're spread thin. I've got cooks out scouting the mountains for flame legion. I don't even want to get your hands from that every week. Right now, I need support at the Devourer hatchery in North Dakota. It's an important asset for the Legion, so I need to send one of our gladiators to take care of it. To take a look, watch for her. She knows what to do. There's no one. When you have the command core, head north to the destination. Go past Christmas giant statues and gates at the end. It drops from nowhere. The hatchery is just in the wind. Whatever this Molten Alliance is up to, I want to get add 10 more soldiers with her. They're going to try to face the refugees. Ross is capable, but I'm more confident knowing he's back in that.
Moonlight metropolis, moonlight metropolis. I'm positive that these streets have a voice. Every noise to echo reveals my art that goes spilling through my pen. So never will I let go. Know that feeling, that feeling that we can slow go higher. I just wanna touch the sky like Empire State. Words be burning in my fireplace. Placing everybody so distant, so when you get a connection, it's hard to resist it. Natural for us to step in rain. Natural to fight these hurricanes. I'm lost without the drive to feed the flame. Don't stop the ride. I'm down to play the game like moonlight metropolis. Moonlight metropolis. Moonlight metropolis. Moonlight metropolis. Moonlight metropolis. Moonlight metropolis.
I hate you, Spiral Staircase. The waypoint is like further down. How's that even fucking possible? Doing the same shit too. Come on, man. What is this? Oh shit! It's actually playing. Can I do stuff in here? Probably not. Yet, anyway. This shit's so fucking big. How do you see anything? Chick's name is Punch and Die. Hit me, what's your problem? My problem? I'm not the one just standing here not hitting me. Come on, headshot, body shot, tail shot, no care, just hit me. I'm not gonna hit you for no reason, what a reason. Your mother was a square, your father was a clog, and the many pebbles over hit me. I think I know why they call you Punch and Die. They call me that because I can take a punch. Now, what part of hit me do you not understand? Do I have to be smaller words? Go on, hit me. Okay. That's the spirit. Let me have it. Okay. Excellent. Remember, I was told to never hit anyone who told you to. Bane to combat arena where fighter will go on the field, contested space to battle, wars to lose fame, win fame, lose lose limbs. Only rules, boom. Because of the Bane, you win a few, you lose just one. Unless they're able to fire a turn off the attack. March fighting, 326 bouts. Eddies. Splatoon Harpies to battle, so you can vision gladiator, beating all. Though a few did die with the chunks of lethal hit too. Impressive. Which was no choice. In the arena, I used a destroyer axe handed down from my great-great-grandsire, an axe fiend who died in battle, battling the Gold Legion at Golheim. I fight to honor his life. Wow.
Might and glory.
Where's the white? Oh, it's above me? please? Where are the refugees at? I hate that they just don't show you. And I think I'm pretty sure I can't do it anymore. Nope, that's stupid. That's what 1 o'clock too. I'm gonna go sleep. And I'm also hungry. I ate like a few hours ago. No, it was a few. It was a while ago. I haven't been like streaming that long. That's crazy. This is a Kevin Gates mix? What is this? Alright. That's funny though. Alright. The stream is over because I'm sleepy and I'm hungry. Next time I stream might be on Wednesday, maybe tomorrow, depending on how tired I am. But thank you for watching. It's been real.